Hello, hello, hello. It's Kimberly. How are you navigating through all the transits and the new moon and the energy shifts and five planets in Aquarius and Mercury in retrograde? It's Kimberly with Inner Awakened Mastery, and I'm here to just be here with you and see what's going on and what you're feeling with all of this. And I forgot to put my ears in. But if you've got any questions, I can't even see the comments right now. So, how are you? Yeah, we've got intense energies that are always going on. It seems like that's the norm anymore, isn't it? So, what I got today is wherever it is that you're, well, this I didn't get this today. This is ancient stuff. Whatever house your Aquarius energy is in, and you can go to astro.com, do your own chart, and it'll show you what house it's in, and then what it is that you're dealing with, because there's five planets all piled up together in that. And we've got that new moon coming in on the 11th. So we're already in the energy of it. So it's time for new. What do you want to bring in new? And it's still the time, to release and to set your intention on what you want to bring in and how you want to manifest this new age of Aquarius and the energy that's going in with that. What do you have in your heart that you want to bring out, and how do you want to proceed with these energies, hold the space and be in this? So if you're getting jolted or knocked out because, people can be with those clashes of energies right now, they can be on the edge because that wherever all of those planets are in whatever house for them, that's going to be their theme, and that's where it's going to show up at in your life. Like mine's in communication house, like, and then family, creativity, that kind of energy. So wherever that's at, that's where your conflicts could be, but also it's where your expansions are. So the conflicts, somebody asked me the other day if they were triggering me. And I think I triggered them by telling them they couldn't trigger me because triggers are within you. Maybe something that someone does, it knots that within you, but it's yours. It's within you. So if you feel triggered energy, it's some trauma within you that wants to react. So when are you in the place of reaction? When is it response? And when is it creation that you can step into the next level of creation? Uh, I had something that ended and it didn't feel like it was for me, that it didn't feel like it was at balance and in integrity. And it just took me a second to balance out with that, because I had an inner reflection knowing I remembered that when I invested in this and went into this project that I was in several months ago, honestly, there was lots of it that I didn't feel like was in alignment to begin with. And I went on and did it because there was parts of it that I felt like would benefit me. And so instead of being triggered or angry at someone because what my expectations were not fulfilled, I had the realization that, you know, it was like how much of this was my ego that went on and put myself in this position, and what was it that I thought I was going to get from it, and what, how was it that it was going to benefit me? So do those kind of reflections like that. And I mean, the energy move through fast, and it's like, okay, I'm not bound by this, lesson learned, you move on. So that's where, If I had went into drama trauma with it, then I would have just carried more trauma within myself instead of looking at my own accountability with it and then where am I going to create from there. So I pulled a card, and the card that wants to speak in and the energy that wants to be here for us to support us, that you can call in yourself at any moment, is the frequency of grace. So it's a swan. Isn't that beautiful? This is Stephen Farmer's deck. It is his power animal. I like this deck. So when I look at that, see, there's that reflection. See, this didn't say anything about this in this, but when I look at this card, what do I see? I see the swan and then I see the reflection. So what do you want that grace to reflect through you? And what do you want that energy to be within that energy of that? So what I'm feeling is that if any disturbing energies hit you, feel like that they do trigger you, then it's a time to go within, do the inner reflection, utilize that moment, and call on the grace energy to come through your system and to move that obstacle out, to move that disturbance, whatever that energy is, and that you can see through the inner reflection of what this really is. What is this reflection for you for? Okay. So that's my that's my energy. And so this is kind of interesting since this is all dark around it, because during the new moon we have the days of no moon before we move into the next phases. So it's like that, in that time you can go within and you can do that during the Mercury retrograde. So I don't know how that's been going for people. I'm such a hermit. I'm never out, so I don't know how the rest of the world is. I don't know what's going on with the rest of the world. It's like I'm here all day. I'm here doing my own little stuff. And so I don't really know how much other people are being affected right now, especially since I don't watch television either. But anyway, I hope that things are being balanced for you. And if you're feeling any of the energies inside, because even if you're not connected to others, you could have days that you can feel the change happening. Like my little granddaughter, she's just 3, and she was last week having a week of it. And she has Aquarian moon and she's got 5 planets on top of her little Aquarius moon right now. So of course she's feeling it. Of course she's feeling the energies and she doesn't even know what the energies are that she's feeling. So sometimes it can come out with us in that way. So just ask for grace to restore you and to bring that energy through you and release anything that no longer serves you. It's still a good time to reflect. If there's things in your around you. You're going to want to be nurtured during this time period. There's like a really strong nurturing energy, and on with that new moon, that Aquarius with 5 planets in there, and this energy that's coming up, you may have sudden things of insight and things that you just all of a sudden it's like, I'm going to do this, something that you've never done before, maybe something totally out of your routine that you have never done before, and even think, well, what in the world did that even come into my awareness for? Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that energy, because there's something within you that's like it could be a moment of a breakthrough that takes you into a whole new frequency and energy that wants to come in and support you. Okay, so that's what's going on. That's what's going on with this energy, and so that new moon sets that cycle for what you want to harvest in the next 30 days, the energies that you want to come in that way. Um, I don't know if you all there's a new social media craze. Well, it's not. It came out last year, but it didn't really go really crazy until maybe like December that everybody in the world started getting on it. Is Clubhouse, and you have to have an iPhone, and you have to have an invitation to come on it. I'm going to start doing some rooms on there. And so it's like a television, like a radio show, and you get to call in and talk. You raise your hand, so it's like Zoom and podcasts on steroids. You don't see each other. It's audio only, but you have to have an iPhone. It's only on Apple apps right now. So if anybody wants an invite to that, I have some invites. So what you have to do is private message me your phone number, unless you won't put your phone number on my business page. But if I were you, I would private message me. But that's up to you if you don't mind and you won't put your phone number out there, and I'll send you an invite if you want to be on the South. I haven't started a room yet, but I'm going to. I'm trying to decide what the name of my room is going to be. And I can change my room. And then after you have a room 3 times, you get to have a club. So I'm gonna have my own club in the clubhouse. So I've kind of been addicted to it. That's like my social thing now, my social hour. Like I look to see what's going on because you can get on there and listen to anything all day long. There's conversations going on, and you can jump in there and have conversations with people, and so that's the new one. And I heard there's another new out. So these kinds of new inventions will be coming out during this time period. Not this one had already got started, but it's really starting to take off because it's still in beta, and there's a couple other programs that's already in the working that's going to be coming out, and as they're working on what they're going to do with this one. So we're going to see a lot of that. We're going to see a lot of new ways to we're going to I could be the wayward coach or the wayward whatever. Phyllis said my room should be wayward spirits. No, that wayward spirits means that's not good. So anyway, uh so that's what's going on. So there's new things, all kinds of new stuff, and we're going to see a lot of that happening. We're going to see a lot of the O systems collapsing. That's what this time period's about. That's what's a lot of the things that have happened in the last year have happened in the way that they have, so that all new ways can come into the planet. So that's what's going on. So breathe grace in. So let's do that right now. Let's do that. Okay. So let's just breathe in, and with your breath, just ask to disconnect from all of those mind matrices that are out there, like all that chaotic mind of humanity, to just disconnect from it. Just take your third eye away from any of that energy that you've plugged into and bring your own awareness back into your own third eye. Bring it back here. Anything that you corded into to get answers, just bring that energy back, drop into your heart. And so breathe in. And so we're going to breathe in this energy of grace through our whole system. And then they're telling me breathe out clarity, and then breathe in clarity, and breathe out grace. So breathe in grace and breathe out clarity, and align to that energy. And then just ask that energy to go into every cell of your body, all the way down to your central column, into Earth herself. Feel that anchoring of that divine grace. And breathe that in, and the love and support that Earth herself has for you. Okay? Okay. I wanted to jump on, just see what was going on in the new moon for you. New moons and full moons it's also times that you go worm yourself. You worm yourself, your animals, your livestock. If you're feeling all squirmy with stuff, you might just need a good worming. I'll leave you all with that one. Have a blessed one. Bye.